Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ABC Club. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Anna, and today we are learning about the letter Q. Q. Many different words start with Q, but we cannot use the letter Q without the letter U. All right, before we learn any more facts about letter Q, we are going to start our class the way we start it every time here at ABC Club with our welcome song. So please get up out of your seat and let's begin singing our welcome song. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's get up out of our seats and clap our hands. Here we go, boys and girls. Welcome, everybody.
Let's all stand in a circle.
Let's wave. Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you today? Okay, let's clap. Woo! Get ready for class.
Get ready to clap your hands.
Clap your hands. Hello, everyone. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Hello, everyone. Clap your hands. Clap your hands today. All right, let's jump.
Now let's
Stomp our feet. Hello, everyone. Stomp your feet. Stomp your feet. Stomp your feet. Hello, everyone. Stomp your feet. Stomp your feet today. All right, let's dance.
Now, should we touch our nose?
Should we touch our nose?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hello, everyone. Touch your nose. Touch your nose. Touch your nose. Hello, everyone. Touch your nose. Touch your nose today. Good job, boys and girls. Let's get ready for class.
Let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you today? Good job, boys and girls. That was our hello song, our welcome song. And stay tuned, we have lots more songs in store. Okay, I will be getting out my letter Q sheet. One moment, I will show you what you need for class today. So we have our printouts on our website of our letters. So if you need one of our letters, you can go ahead and find it on the website. I will show you, parents or babysitter, what it looks like so you can print it out. You can just pause the video and we can work together to learn how to trace and draw letter Q. Okay, so this is one of our PDFs from our very own ABC Club website, and they are all free materials online, free to use. Okay, this is our letter Q worksheet. Boys and girls, are you ready to draw letter Q? Let's do it. All right, so today I'm going to be using the purple color because I'm wearing a purple shirt. I'm feeling purpley. So let's go ahead and trace letter Q. Now, letter Q is quite easy. As you can see here behind me, we have it's a circle and then just a cross at the bottom. The one here on my paper is very similar. However, the cross doesn't come through the circle. It's just on the side, but you can do it any way you want to. So I'm going to teach you to do it like this. We start at the top and we draw a circle like so. Let me make that a little bit better. So start at the top, draw a circle. Good. And then with the Q, we need to give it a little tail, just a little tail at the end. Good, that is our letter Q, our big Q. Good, let's try it one more time. So we have a circle, bring it around, great circle. And then what comes next? Yeah, this, a little tail. Boop. That's it. All you have to do for big Q. It's quite easy, huh? Okay, let's move on to little q. Little q. So we'll go down here and let's see, it should be at the bottom of the paper. Yeah, so now we have big Q and little q. And I will show you, this is our big Q, right? Let's trace it again, bring it around and down. So that's our big Q, our purple, just like my purple shirt. And now we have little q, which right here, right here looks a little bit different than here on my paper, but those are both fine. So it's the same thing, one circle and a tail, but the tail goes in a different place, boys and girls. So we start here, right at this section, okay? So right where my little dot is, if you see that, we start there, we bring it around fully, make a full circle, and then down. Good, so bring it around and down. And that's it. Now, if you want to make a fancy Q, which is what we have here on our ABC website, you just bring your tail up like that. So you can make it look like, boop, just like that. So that is our letter Q. Let's try little q one more time so you can get some practice. Circle and down. Good job. Let's try it again. Circle and tail. Good. Circle and fancy tail. Yes, both are okay. Now, if you want to try it over here, you can do it like that too. You can try it without tracing it. So we have a circle and down. Or sometimes people do like this, but that is a super fancy one. You just worry about it doing like that. Good, so that is our letter Q. So letter Q, it's very interesting, boys and girls, because letter Q is a letter that starts like, or it sounds like K. So when we say quiet or question or queen, those all start with letter Q, but they make a k, k, k sound. And last time we learned letter K, which also has a k, k, k sound. Letter C, like cat, also has the k, k, k sound. So let me hear you do k, k, k. Good. So we have queen, question, all start with letter Q. Now, we know how to draw letter Q now, which is awesome. Good for you. High five. So now we know how to draw it. We are going to learn some words that begin with Q. And then we're going to do some activities around those words. So here we go. Let me share my screen and you can see we obviously have letter Q here. Those are our big Q and our little q. But we have one word that starts with Q. Does anyone know who this is? Not a king, but a queen. Very good. Queen starts with letter Q. Good. So queen. And you notice here, every time we use letter Q, we need to use a U. And that's our little rhyme. That's our rule for using letter Q. Letter Q must come with a U. Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. Letter Q must come with a U. Good. So queen, Q and U. All right, that is our queen. The next thing is I need an answer. I need to know. What is that? A question. What? Why? Where? When? All questions, right? Every day we ask our parents so many questions, right? So, question, next time you ask a question, you can remember it starts with letter Q. So, question. All right, let's see what our sentence is using both words together. The queen asked the king a question. What question did the queen ask the king? What do you think? Yeah, maybe he said, or maybe she said, why is my castle so dirty? We need to clean the castle, right? She asked the king, why is my castle so dirty? So the queen asked the king a question. Those are our two words, queen and question. Let's scroll down to see what other Q words we're going to learn today. All right. Quilts. This is a quilt. And some of you may know it as a blanket, right? A blanket. But this is called a quilt. A quilt. How many of you have used a quilt before? Okay, yeah, maybe when you go to sleep, right? This is called a quilt. Let me hear it. Quilt. Good. The next word is, does anyone know what this is? It's a type of coin. Yes, it is money. This is what we call a quarter. A quarter. Can you say quarter? Yes, quarter. As you can see, the QU is in the quarter. And with our quarter, we make the K sound. Good. All right, so this is quarter, 25 cents. If you've ever had a quarter, maybe you can buy some candy or something. Okay, this sentence is funny. It says, the quilt cost 1/4. The quilt cost 1/4. Wow, that is a very, very cheap quilt. It only cost 25 cents. The quilt costs 1/4. Wow, very cheap. What a cheap blanket, a cheap quilt. The quilt costs 1/4. Okay, let's see what we have next. What does it look like this girl is doing? Shh. Shh. Yeah, quiet. 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 Yes, maybe sometimes you're being so loud and crazy and your mom says, be quiet. Or your teacher says, quiet, please. Right? So that means we need to be a little bit quieter. Quiet. Very good. All right, that's our fourth word here. The mouse was quiet. Sorry, that was our fifth word. And our sentence is, the mouse was quiet. Have you ever seen a mouse? They are always very, very quiet. They're so tiny and they just do, 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 do. The mouse was quiet. Good. All right. Our last word is also an adjective, and this means very fast, very fast. Quick, quick. As you can see, also has a Q and a U together. They always come together. They're never apart. Q and U are best friends. So this word is quick, quick. We can say, wow, that was quick. You got here very quick. You were here very quickly, right? He ran quickly. His homework was done very quickly. Quick. We can say, we took a quick trip to the beach. We took a quick trip to the beach. Very quick. Good. So quick, trip. Maybe you wanted to go to the beach for one day and your mom said, okay, let's take a quick trip to the beach. Great. So those are all of our words. Let's go over them one more time. We have quick. Let me hear it. Quick. Good. Quiet. Quiet. Quarter. Quarter. Quilt. Quilt. Question. Question. Queen. Queen. Good job, boys and girls. Those are all of our cue words. Awesome. All right, now that we have learned our cue words, it is time to do something fun, and I'm going to show you what that is. So, we are going to color a queen today. Now, this is also provided with our class. It's a queen worksheet. It's called Q is for Queen. It looks like this, and you will need some scissors and some tape or glue, and also some crayons or markers or colored pencils. So for me, I always use these colored pencils. They're great. And what we're gonna do is first, before we cut anything out, not yet, we are going to just color this paper, okay? So you color the Q, you color the crown and everything, and then we will cut. So while we are coloring, I am going to put on the letter Q song just as some background music for you. So let's see. All right, so I'm going to share my screen for the letter Q song, and we will begin coloring. I cannot wait to see what you guys do with your queen. Here we go.
See a Q, and it's next to a U. It sounds like quack, as in quack quack and quail. Quack 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 quiver, and quack 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 quiz. What a quality letter this letter Q is. Q is for quake, when something starts quaking. There'll be lots of rumbling and rattling and shaking. Q is for quailed, a warm cozy spread. Just like a blanket, it goes on your bed. Q is for questions, things you want to know. Like, what is a quince? Where does a quince grow?
How's the coloring going?
Q is for quick. Quick means to be fast. If you run very quickly, you won't come in last. Won't come in last. Quiddly, quiddly, diddly do. This is a song that is all about Q. Quiddly, quiddly, diddly dee. Q is the letter that comes after P. Q is for Queen. The Queen's name is Alice. She lives with King Quincy in quite a nice palace. Shh, try to whisper. The Queen is asleep. Q is for quiet, so don't make a peep. Q is for quartet.
That means there are four.
And Q is for quintet.
Just add one more.
A setup for singers is called a quartet.
Quite right.
A quintet means that there are five in the set. Five in the set. Quiddly, quiddly, diddly do. This is a song that is all about Q. Quiddly, quiddly, diddly dee. Q is the letter that comes after P. Now you know lots of words starting with Q. Now it's time to quit. To quit means I'm through. Yes, it's true.
How's the coloring going, guys?
Diddly-doo. This was a song that was all about Q. Quiddly, quiddly, diddly dee. Q is the letter that comes after P. Q is the letter that comes after P.
Yay, that is our letter Q song. All right, let's finish up coloring. I'm gonna give you like 2 more minutes to finish, and then we are going to start cutting and using our tape. Now, if you are already at the point, boys and girls, where you want to start cutting your letter Q and crown out, you can do that with the help of your parent or your babysitter. So for those still that are coloring, go ahead and keep coloring, and then we will all meet in one spot. Okay. I'll give you all 1 more minute to finish. Okay, I cannot wait to see what everyone did. I'm sure they're all so different and beautiful. Your letter Q, Queen activity. So what we're going to do, boys and girls, is you will see, and I think everyone at this point should be nearly finished coloring, and if you're not, you can pause it. So at this point, what's going to happen is our letter Q is going to become a queen. And for the parents, if you look in the corner here at the top, you're going to see what the craft will look like. So right now I'm going to start cutting. I have my scissors and I'm just going to cut out everything. The Q, the letter Q, okay, the crown, the eyes, and the lips, okay? So in total, there should be 4 things that you are cutting out. All right. So that is that. All right. Now, before we tape anything, we have one step that we need to finish with, which is coloring. So after you finish, you need to cut out 2 eyes, a crown, and lips. Once you do that, then what we will do is we will all take a moment and color the in between the circle. So see this white part, boys and girls? I want you to color there kind of like a skin color, right? Because that's going to be a part of the queen's face. And if you look at the picture in the corner, you can see that they've colored it sort of like a skin color. So whatever color you want to put there is fine. We'll be doing a tan skin color there for the queen. All right, so I have everything cut out now, and what I'm going to do is start coloring that part, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so this is all colored in. Just make sure each bit is colored in. So it's skin color. All right. So that is what it looks like now for me. And first, I'm going to take the crown and put it at the top. So the crown should be like this on the Q, okay? At the very top. And get my tape. I have my tape with me. We'll do that. All right. So that is my queen. There it is. Queen crown is taped on. Very good. Next, I would like us to do both eyes, okay? So put the eyes sort of in the middle of the letter Q. Just like this. I'll show you. Just like this. So we want to put the eyes sort of in the middle because this part in the middle of big Q is a face. All right. And lastly comes the lips, of course. All right. The lip just goes right wherever you want to put it, but I just put it in the center as well. So that's what it looks like. That is our queen. Hold on, let me stop sharing my screen so you can see it closer. That is our queen activity, our queen craft, our letter Q. Let's all hold them up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Q craft. Very good, boys and girls. Okay, now we talked about queen. Ready? Letter Q is queen, right? So we have another word that we learned today. Boy, we did learn so many words today, huh? But we learned one that's like this. What's that called? Quiet. Very good. So we're going to play a little game called the Quiet Game, or the Quiet Please song. The Quiet Game, I'm not going to make you play that in class. You can maybe play that later, but this is like a Quiet Please game song. So let's all get up out of our chairs, out of our seats, and play this game together. All right, let's see what they say. Quiet Please song.
Put your finger on your lip like this. Shh. Put your finger on your lip like this. Shh. Put your finger on your lip. Close your mouth with the zip. Put your finger on your lip like this. Shh. Put your finger on your lip like this. Shh.
Let me hear you say
on your lip like this. Shh. Close your mouth with a squeeze.
Listen up. Quiet, please.
Put your finger on your lip
Like this. Shh. Okay, let's clap. What happens next?
Put your finger on your lip like this.
Shh.
Put
Let
your
me hear you
finger
say
on your lip like this. Shh. Put your
Finger on your lip. Close your mouth with a zip. Put your finger on your lip like this. Shh. Shh. Good job. That was our Quiet Please song. So anytime you need to be quiet, you just say shh. Good job. So quiet starts with Q. Queen starts with Q. What else starts with Q? Let's take a look and see. Okay, so we also talked about the word quilt. The word quilt. Okay, so quilt is a blanket, right? And with blanket, they have several words, right? Comforter, blanket, but the one that starts with letter Q is called a quilt. So for today, we will call the blanket the quilt because that's another word for it. And I have a very exciting story about quilts. So I'm going to share my screen and we together will be reading this story called Mushka, a quilt story. So let's all get ready, quiet, put our listening ears on for reading our Mushka quilt story. Carla had an unusual quilt. She called it Mushka. Mushka kept her warm on cold nights and had a nice toasty smell. Its colors and patterns made her room bright and cheery, even on the rainiest days. If there was something scary under the bed, it snuggled tight around her and made her feel safe. But that wasn't why Carla's quilt was unusual. Mushka was different because it could talk to her. At bedtime, Mushka always said, "Sweet dreams." First thing in the morning, Mushka might say, "Pancakes." Carla's grandmother had made the quilt from scraps of old fabric that she called schnitz. As she sewed the pieces together, she told Carla stories. If Carla couldn't sleep in the middle of the night, she would put her hand on a schnitz and it would tell her its story. Mushka would go on and on until Carla was asleep. So Carla believes that this quilt is magical, right? The Mushka, the name of the quilt, tells her stories and helps her sleep. Each bit of fabric had a different way of speaking. The yellow schnitz spoke in a soft, cottony voice. "I was a tablecloth at grandmother's farmhouse, which was all right, especially when something sweet spilled. I was glad to be useful. But once your Aunt Marjorie was a girl, She made me into a tent and told fortunes beneath my golden folds. Now that was glorious. The blue schnitz had a sturdy voice. Grandpa Will lived on the other side of the mountain. He walked for 3 days over the hills and asked Lily Jane to marry him. I was the kerchief around his neck. When he reached the apple orchard, he went right up to her and said, I'm yours now or never. And he wiped his brow with me and didn't leave until she said yes. The red schnitz spoke in a cheery tone. When your mother was just your age, she thought she could fly. She made me into a cape and jumped out of the cherry tree. Such fun! I fluttered and flapped in the wind. She broke her toe, but that wasn't my fault. Carla loved listening to the stories. Sometimes she would talk about something the quilt had told her, and her mother would say, Now, how did you know that? One day, a little white crib was moved into Carla's room. Hannah was in the crib. So Hannah is Carla's little sister. That night, Mushka didn't say a word, not even sweet dreams. Carla could think of many words. Unfair, stinky, my room. But Mushka was silent. Night after night, Carla would put her hand on a schnitz, hoping for a story, but Mushka kept quiet. Carla tried to start the stories. Do you remember when you were the curtains in Dad's old sailboat? Do you remember when you were a Halloween costume for the dog? But Mushka still didn't speak. Once in the middle of the night, Hannah started to cry. She cried and cried. Carla squeezed her eyes shut and put her hands over her ears, but she could still hear Hannah crying. Carla got out of bed. She picked up her quilt and carried it to the crib. She puffed Mushka in the air and let it float gently down on Hannah. Sister, said Mushka. Hannah stopped crying and began to sniffle. Carla put her hand on the green schnitz and whispered, This is from the pajamas that I wore when I was little, almost as small as you. When I was a baby, I would stand in this crib and crow like a rooster every morning. Hannah was quiet and Mushka was quiet, and Carla went on and on. Yay, boys and girls, that's the end of our quilt story called Mushka. So what happened? Carla had a very special quilt named Mushka, and the Mushka always helped her fall asleep. But it seems that one day, Carla grew out of it. She didn't need the quilt anymore. And who needed the quilt? Her baby sister, Hannah. And so Hannah has the quilt now. And Mushka grew up and she didn't need the quilt anymore. So that was our quilt story called Mushka the Quilt. All right, so boys and girls, you did a great job in class today. Now for the end of class, we are going to do something fun. We're going to listen to a song for the end of class that is called Dancing Queen. How many of you know this song? And I want you to get your queen craft out. I want you to get it out, and then we can start singing, we can start dancing to Dancing Queen. Here we go. All right, let's get our queens out. All right, everybody up? Is everybody up?
Rock music, everything is fine. You're in the mood for a dance.
All right.
And when you get the chance,
Okay, let's lift up your queens to the
you
right,
are the dancing queen.
to the
Young
left,
and sweet, only
to the right,
17.
to the left. Let's turn around.
Dancing queen, feel the beat
The other way.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now wave.
You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh.
right, good job, boys and girls. That was our Dancing Queen song. All right, now we have learned so much today. We learned about all types of cue words, how to draw letter Q, how to pronounce letter Q, what words start with letter Q. So you tell me, what word did you learn today that starts with letter Q? Ooh, quarter. Very good. How about question? Question. Yes, of course we learned queen, we learned quilt, and we learned quiet. We also learned quick. Very quick. Good. So today I hope you learned something with letter Q, and we will see you next time. Before we go, let's sing our goodbye song to properly end today's class. Here we go. Everybody up and clap. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. Let's turn.
Great to play and sing together.
Clap, clap.
And now it's
Turn.
time to say goodbye.
Clap, clap. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. Good job, boys and girls. That was
You're
our
watching
goodbye song. And, oh, sorry, one moment. That was our goodbye song, and I hope that you will join us again. Next week, we are doing letter V. We will see you soon. Thank you for joining us here at ABC Club. Bye-bye.